see the Sunshine Sisters have arrived.
Don't go anywhere, Gina. I'm going to have a little fun. Well, good evening, Mrs. Castillo. Miss Capwell.
Mr. Barr?
I was hoping you would join me in a toast.
To what?
Well, the future of the Capwell Enterprise. Whatever or whoever that may be.
I'm always happy to drink to my family.
You know, back in the heyday of royalty, when a new regime took over, they used to say, "The king is dead, long live the king."
Well, my father is far from dead, and you'll always be a commoner compared to him.
Well, when the commoners took over in the French Revolution, aristocratic heads rolled.
The Capwell family fought in the American Revolution, in case you didn't know, on the side of the Patriots. I hope you're enjoying your meal.
Well, you know, that lobster Mornay, just a touch too much Gruyere, but the escarole with pine nuts was exquisite.
I'll pass your comments along to the chef.
I already have, along with my assurances that his job will be secure in any event. Enjoy your meal, ladies.
Choke on yours, Barr. You know, I was thinking maybe after dinner we could go for a walk on the beach. It's a beautiful evening.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
I don't know how you could sit there so calmly and let him lord it over us. I am trying to handle this the best way I know how. Pull my cards close to the vest, like Cruz would. Oh, Cruz is dynamite. But C.C. Capwell's always been my inspiration. I guess I can leave you to do it. It's my turn to make a toast, Mr. Barr.
Oh, well, sir.
I'm soaked! I have housekeeper ring up a towel.
I like your style, Miss Capwell.
Talk about hostile takeovers.
Oh, don't overreact, Dad. Thinking as much about the family and the company as I am about myself. I have a real contribution to make. I've been handling Capwell legal matters since I got out of law school.
Your resume is impressive, Mason. Your timing stinks.
My timing is perfect. For once, you need me more than I need you.
Does he know about this?
She senses my dissatisfaction.
And you sense mine. She stepped in while you couldn't, and when you wouldn't, and she's done a hell of a job.
She didn't see the takeover coming.
Neither did anyone else.
I would have if I'd been in charge.
Hindsight is cheap.
I think I'd be doing her a favor, Dad. She's juggling too many roles right now. Wife, mother, executive, she's running herself ragged.
And she thrives on it.
Yes, I do. Just like your wife, Mason, only she's got a little rougher than I do. She's married to you. How could you do this to me?
Oh, don't act so surprised, Eden. We've been going at it ever since the takeover threat started.
And we also said we would work together for the good of the company and for Daddy's sake.
Yeah, but
Well?
working together means doing it your way.
Darling, I'm not going to make any moves until you agree to it.
Are you saying you're actually considering putting him in charge?
Well, why shouldn't he? Company's in trouble and I can help.
You can help by not trying to stab me in the back. I can't believe you would do something like this. You don't even have enough guts, you little worm, to confront me face to face. If you would do this to me, then you'd do it to anybody. And that makes you no better than Robert Barr. The idea of family loyalty, and then you start to plot against me.
Oh, for God's sake, Eden, I'm not plotting. I came over here to tell Dad I thought I could do a better job running the company right now than you. What could be more out in the open than that? He's the one that has to make the decision. Why shouldn't I come to him first?
You ought to know the answer to that.
Darling, Mason, I'm sure, understands that we disapprove of his methods. But whatever our differences, the real threat's from the outside, and we do have to act accordingly.
Daddy, since I have been running this business, we have changed all over the place. We've acquired 6 new hotels. We have an oil company. We have a chain of movie theaters. Robert Barr wants us because we are so successful.
Darling, I understand that. I'm not denying you've done a wonderful job, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Mason has something to offer also, though.
If he can be trusted.
In other words, if I agree with you.
If you don't agree with me, then you come to me and you tell me why, and then we abide by my decision.
Your decisions affect both my future and my family's future, Eden. I can't just stand by and be a good soldier and follow orders if I think those orders are misguided.
Why can't you? You did it 100 times when you were working for Daddy.
All right, that's it. I will make the decision. Neither one of you are going to run the company. Just what I said. Neither of you will be chief executives of Capital Enterprises.
Dad, you can't go back to work.
The doctor said that kind of stress wouldn't be good for your health.
Well, what do doctors know anyway?
Look, forget it. Forget it. I'll pull my hat out of the ring. Eden can stay on, and you can finish your
I
book.
appreciate your concern, but I have no intention of running the business again.
Well, who are you planning on replacing me with?
A partnership. You and Mason will share the chair equally. What are you saying?
Was this inspired by our recent display of compatibility?
Well, we happen to be a volatile group of people. We have a few misunderstandings, but I think I've come up with a reasonable solution. I would kind of like to see it work. I think you each have a unique talent that can complement each other, so why don't you take a little time and think about it? Yeah, 15 minutes.
What are our choices?
Yes and no, as far as I can tell.
You made light of our differences, but I did say some rather unkind things about you.
Yeah, well, I basically forgave you when you said you would bow out for Daddy's sake.
Yeah, well, I like to give the old guy a hard time, but I don't want to kill him.
Yeah, well, that's nice to hear. I must admit, I do have a couple of reservations, though.
Shoot.
Your assessment of my executive skills is less than flattering, and I don't know if I really want to work with someone who doesn't respect me.
I do respect you. I'd be just jealous because you're so good at it. But I do think you lack experience in some areas. Hostile takeovers, for one. Your other reservations.
Well, I'm not sure that stress would be good for you, Mason. You just stopped drinking.
Seems like another lifetime. But the truth of the matter is, I no longer feel like drinking, much to my amazement. I think it has something to do with finally getting back to doing what I was meant to do. It's sort of exhilarating in a way. I'd almost venture to say I was happy if I weren't scared to death of the prospect. But I do feel centered, eager to face what's coming next. It's all just a long-winded way of saying I can handle the stress. And I think you and I have the same goal.
What's that?
To send Robert Barr back to where he came from. Keep the company strong for our father and our families.
And you won't mind not always getting your way all the time?
I didn't say that. But I'm a chauvinist in principle, not in practice. And I think you and I could do it.
Then let's do it. Good. My Park Place. Do you want another loan?
Who is the brains behind this operation anyway?
Ms. Timmons, obviously.
Well, it's too bad she had to leave. She's a little bit of fun. A lot more fun than you are at this moment.
Well, if you ever gave me a run for my money, maybe I wouldn't be yawning. We didn't order anything.
Night service. I'm supposed to turn down the bed.
Oh, okay, it's two there. Oh, by the way, we need some more towels.
Okay.